This is Mark Bell from SuperTraining Gym. SuperTraining Gym, the strongest gym in the West. It's been a little while since we've done a voiceover over here, so that's what I'm going to be doing. My boy Smokey getting his stretch on. It's important to be super flexible, as you can see how flexible he is. He's moving a lot better than me while I'm sitting here making fun of him. I know some of these guys are getting ready for a meet. We have a local contest here in Sacramento, and then also some of the other people at SuperTraining Gym are also gearing up and getting ready and getting fired up for Jesse Burdick's the meet Jesse Burdick runs every year that we participate in, the Slingshot Record Breakers. It's going to be super exciting to see who shows up to that. It's always some big lifts going on there. My boy Jay banging out some squats. Look at the uniform right there. That's a sick uni. People don't pay enough attention to their uni, but that's going for it right there. Jesse Burdick really does a good job at his gym. That he has like a day where people like wear the worst clothes ever, and it just got out of hand. So I think they stopped it. They had to like call off the dogs on it because a lot of the dudes were wearing crop tops and spandex, and things were just getting weird. Why is this guy so big? Cody is so big and so tall that like the monolift doesn't really work that great for him. He can only use this monolift. He can't use the other two that we have at SuperTraining. Massive guy. I think he's got some sort of giantism going on. And just the opposite is everyone's most hated and most favorite little gnome, the little troll himself, Little Smokey. Little Smokey is competing at Kara Weston's meet here in Sacramento. Actually, I think it's this week. I don't even know what week it is, but I think it's like September 7th or something like that. I made that up. He's going to be doing a bench-only meet. I know, boo, right? But, it's important to get on the platform. For myself, it was always important to get on the platform. It always made sense that if you wanted to practice being a power lifter, it was great to get some good training in, but it was also good to have that platform experience. And then even just coming from benching, just from doing meets where you just maybe bench or just maybe bench and deadlift, you can start to piece that together and start to piece that in with your squat, or piece that in with all three lifts. The biggest thing about being a power lifter and the way that you're going to know and learn, find out whether you're worth a shit in powerlifting, is whether you're able to put together a day that gives you a higher total, but you may not have PR'd anywhere else during the day. That's a sign of a good, well-balanced powerlifter, because that meant that some things probably didn't go your way on that day, but you're still able to dig deep and still able to get PR. These guys are flying through their squats right here. You can see some good precision, opening up the hips, forcing the knees out, opening up the taint. I know there's a girl in the background. I know how excited all you guys are. Every time there's a chick in a video, you guys lose your mind. Put the marry me emojis down there, the heart eyes and all that stuff. Whatever else you guys want to do, ask for marriage proposals and things like that. I know you guys aren't used to seeing ladies, but every once in a while, they come to SuperTraining Gym. You can see them horking down the gangster wraps, getting ready with the flex gangster wraps, and then getting some of that nose torque with that amazing Andrei Milanichev shirt. Powerlifting training is so the difficulty of it is the amount of time that it takes. So these guys, you don't really get away with. There are some people that do like one set and they're kind of out of there, but for the most part, most of these guys and girls, they're doing 4, 5, 6 sets. And that might not sound like a lot, but it's 4 or 5 or 6 top sets. Right now, though, everyone has switched over to the conjugate system. They're utilizing Jesse Burdick's training methods and utilizing the methods of Westside Barbell. And, Jesse has programmed it to where these guys are hitting. This is like a max effort day. So here they go, just a max effort, just load it up and just see what you can squat. A lot of times we don't get that information, right? A lot of times we don't know that. You ask somebody, hey man, how much do you bench? And they're like, well, I'm, off a board. Well, my shoulder. And you're just like, dude, how much do you bench? You're like, well, one time for 3 reps when I weighed 20 pounds. You're like, come on, just tell me how much you bench. A lot of times we don't know it. And so every once in a while, it's a good idea to test her out in the gym. Now you see that they're moved into some reverse band squats. And that's the exact way that you want to do a reverse band squat. It's funny to see Jesse's programming, and it's funny to watch everybody in the gym do his programming, because I always go over to people and I ask them. I never look at the board for some reason. I should look at the board that has the programming on it. But I'm like, hey, what are you doing next? And I'm like, oh my God, that's exactly what I'd have him do next. I said, well, what about after that? And it always falls in line, because Jesse Burdick and I were brothers from different mothers. We must have been separated at birth or something, but we have the same. I got the same wavelengths going on when it comes to training as Megamind does. Anybody ever see the size of Jesse Burdick's head? The thing is gigantic. He tries to claim our heads at the same size, but there's actually no possible way. I think that guy could break a 45-pound plate with his head. Here goes baby fat. Don't know why he's called that. Maybe he's called baby fat because of the fat that's squishing out from his legs from the gangsta sleeves. I'm not sure. Those are some chubby little legs though, but strong, powerful legs. 485 squat. He looked like he didn't even know there was anything on his back right there. Easy squat. I know these guys are doing reverse band, but the reverse band, it's helping you out of the bottom. It looks like they estimated that this is helping out quite a bit, about 150 pounds. Really just depends on how you set it up. And like, what's the point? Like, why would you do a reverse band squat? Seems dumb, right? Like, oh, you're just gonna, like, you know, lift some heavy weight that you can't really do. That, you know, what's the point in doing that, right? It's just a overload. In your training, you're gonna want to underload and you're gonna want to overload. You're gonna want to utilize some methods and techniques that force you to use less weight. Such as pre-exhaust. Maybe you do a bunch of leg extensions, leg presses before you squat for the day. And then you're also going to want to utilize methods that allow you to overload. You've seen it in every form of training that there is. Bodybuilding, strongman, powerlifting. Everyone has utilized it. Bodybuilders, they'll wrap their knees for hack squats. They'll wrap their knees for leg press. And that's so they can overload, so they can handle more weight without with less pounding on the joints. Not going to tear up the joints as much. And this exercise is kind of similar. It's like it's giving you a little slingshot assistance out of the bottom of the squat. You can see it's kind of interesting how each person has their own like favorite knee wraps that they wear. Some of these guys got the X sleeves on, which has kind of that denim front, which creates like a cast, a good, nice, strong and stiff knee sleeve, and then the gangsta sleeve, which is our thickest sleeve, not allowed in IPF competitions, USAPL competitions, stuff like that. It's over the 7 millimeters in thickness. I think it's closer to 9. It's nice and thick and chubby, just like my boy John right here. John cranking out a good squat, reverse band squat, and any kind of like reverse band lifting or slingshot lifting is also going to just build a lot of confidence. You ever look at like 3 or 4 plates and you're just like, oh my God, like 3 plates looks like a lot, or 4 plates looks like a lot, and it seems like overwhelming. It seems like you're not going to be able to actually lift it. And by using a reverse band, you'll have known that in the past you've lifted that weight before. Louis Simmons refers to it as the future method, and it's also called the lightning method because it's lightening the weight up in the bottom of the lift. The other thing that that this type of thing can do is it can help keep you in a good position where otherwise you'd probably be in a bad position. So the bottom of the squat is the most challenging, and this is where you're getting the most assistance. And so while it wouldn't be smart, nice 5'10" squat right there, easy. While it wouldn't be wise to train that way all the time, it's a great thing to do here and there. Then also somebody that has trouble breaking parallel, somebody has trouble getting depth, you can work on getting depth with heavier weights with a reverse band squat as well. But the Westside Method's really cool. You get to try out a little smoky with a good, easy squat there. It's fun. You get to try out a lot of different exercises. You get to try out a lot of different lifts. You saw these guys test themselves pretty much just raw with a belt and some knee sleeves, and then now they're working up on this reverse band. And you get to do that on the upper body too. You get to do things like floor presses and board presses and regular benches and benching with chains and benching with bands and all kinds of stuff. Good, strong 575 squat by my boy John right there. He made that look super easy. What's another thing that's fun about the conjugate system and about the programming done by my boy Jesse Burdick, if you're not following him on Instagram, you should be, is that you get to have a lot of fun with the training. Once you're done with the main movement, it's a lot of fun that you get to do a different main movement nearly every single week. But what's also, 600 pounds. What's also a lot of fun is doing a lot of the assistance exercises. And there's tons of assistance work and there's tons of conditioning work that also goes into this type of system. Strength is never a weakness. Weakness is never a strength. I'm going to catch all you guys later, I think. Bye. Did I bow out too early? Oh my God, we got more footage. Holy shit, it's been a while since I've done a voiceover. Hang in there, everybody. Hopefully nobody's left. It looks like we're still adding more weight. Everybody, please hang with us for the main event. Here comes Mr. Chubby Knees himself. Who has chubby knees? You know, that's kind of a weird thing. The only other person I know that has chubby knees is Chad Wesley Smith. But, you know, Chad Wesley Smith has squatted, 937 pounds. So, at least he's doing something with those fat knees. 635. Easy. I wonder what Matt's best squat is. I would imagine he probably has squatted close to 600 pounds. The reverse band squat, interestingly enough, I got myself to like a 1-to-1 ratio on it at one point. So I hit like a 615 reverse band squat with just a pair of knee sleeves, and also hit the same weight in just a pair of knee sleeves without the reverse band. Strength is never a weakness. Weakness is never a strength. Catch you all later.